Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 2 of Wicked. This is premiering the same day as the video I just did on Nicole Parsons' Bucky. I forgot to mention it in that video, but for the first day that Wicked is out, I will be having 3 videos premiere. Nicole's video came out at noon. This one is obviously coming out at 1, and the next one will be coming out at 2 p.m. And that's just to ring in the new channel. That's what I did with Sinister, the other podcast that I have that sheds light on children cases and minorities. I highly suggest you go and give that one a little look at. I am so excited to be here. I have been planning this channel for a while, and I am just excited to see it grow. But I don't want to be too long with this intro, and we're already a minute in. So today we're talking about Victoria Moore. And so for cases like this, that has very little information, almost no photos, I usually will group a few cases that are small like this together, and I'll call it a mini cases video. And that is something I do over on Sinister, where I will take like 2 to maybe like 5 or 6 small cases that aren't big enough to do a big video on their own, and I will do a mini cases video so that way I can cover more people that don't have as much information out, but it's not like a 3-minute video. And I was thinking about doing it with this one, but I decided to just let it be a smaller video and just let the spotlight shine on Victoria and her story, because it is incredibly sad, and I wanted to leave it just as Victoria's video. And so that is what we're doing. But all the links that I used for research will be down below. I believe there's only 1 or 2 articles max that I was able to find, so there's really not a whole lot out there. So, like I said, we have limited information, but let's just get into what we know. So this case takes place in 1996 in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Victoria Moore was 29 at the time that this occurred. In December of 1995, Victoria witnessed 3 men beat a woman to death over a drug-related debt. Victoria was summoned to appear in court in August 1996 in connection to what she had seen. She was last seen August 1st, 1996. She was a sex worker and was last seen along South Division near Logan Street. Division Street was a popular location for sex work, and on October 27th, 1996, her body was discovered by a squirrel hunter. Her body was found on 20 Mile Road near Sparta Avenue, northeast of Kent City. Her case remains unsolved and is among 17 unsolved missing and murdered cases of sex workers in the Grand Rapids area during the mid-90s. Anyone with information is urged to call the Grand Rapids Police Department at 616-774-2345. Again, the phone number for the Grand Rapids PD is 616-774-2345. And that is what I have for you. I was not kidding when I said that it was very short, and frustratingly so. I don't know if it's because of shoddy police work, there's genuinely no leads, or whatever the reason may be, but I couldn't find anything about Victoria, who she was as a person. I couldn't find anything about the investigation itself, evidence, nothing like that. So what I just read to you is all that I could find out there. But when I was reading this case, 2 things popped into my head. It could be whoever did this to her could be in connection with her sex work, and I just want to stop here right now and say we do not shame sex workers on this page whatsoever, on this channel. Sinister, we don't do that either. We do not shame people for how they make a living. We just don't. And no matter what you think of sex workers, that does not mean this person deserved to be murdered. And if you cannot respect the victim, you will be banned, you will be blocked. So just keep your mouth shut. I just want to put that out there right now. I hate it when people blame the victims because nobody wants to be murdered. And I just think it's so gross. But going back into what I was thinking, is that it could be someone in connection with her sex work, like maybe a disgruntled client, maybe she had a stalker, because sex workers are targeted a lot, and they don't get a whole lot of media coverage because I feel like in the masses, the lens of the media, a lot of people view sex workers as disposable, subhuman, less than because of what they do. And I feel like maybe the person who did this might have done it to a lot of girls and just went under the radar. I mean, it's among 17 unsolved missing and murdered cases of sex workers in that area. So it could be connected to that. But the other thing that stood out to me was when she witnessed those three men beat a woman to death over that drug related debt, maybe her testifying in court, saying what she saw, that might have put a target on her back. Maybe the men, if they're going to do this to a woman over drugs, I I don't doubt that they probably have connections outside of the prison. They could have put a target on her back because you put me in here, now you're going down too. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's either something in connection with what she witnessed or her job. Um, but we don't know, and it's frustrating that this is all we have. But I wanted to make this video, no matter how short it was, just on Victoria and put her name out there. If you have any information that could be of use, please don't hesitate to use that phone number I read off to you. Thank you so much for listening to the information that I have on Victoria. And if there's ever any updates on any cases whatsoever, I will of course come back to you. And I hope that I do have an update on Victoria eventually. Thank you so much for listening to Victoria's story and tuning in to the second episode of Wicked. I will see you guys very soon. Bye, guys.